Hello and welcome back to The Broken Doll, and tonight I come to you with somebody who asked me a question. How do you know what size iris your doll takes? And that's a wonderful question. I have made this video before, but I'm always glad to answer one more time. I don't mind, because what happens is my videos get buried from years ago and we need to refresh them and get them brand new again. So I'm going to teach this again. I don't mind. Please ask the questions. I'll answer. If I know it, I will give the information to you. Okay, this is for the person out there who is not well acquainted with the metric system. If you're well acquainted, you'll do fine. You don't need this help. But this is for somebody who may just say, I'm not too sure. Can you tell me about that? And I'm going to. I have no problem with it. Here's my ruler. Okay. Now, this is the old imperial system up here, the inch. Okay, but down here is what they call the metric system. Now, from the edge of my ruler to the number 1 is a centimeter. Then you see all these little lines. It's the little lines you want to pay attention to. There's 10 of them that make up a centimeter. If you count to the big line, 5 plus 5 is 10. Those are called millimeters. The eyes are measured in millimeters. So 1 centimeter is 10 centimeter. One centimeter is 10 millimeters. Another centimeter, number 2, is 20 millimeters. Going to 3 centimeters is 30 millimeters, and so forth, all the way down the ruler. All right, so let's take our eyes. Let's measure the eye. Okay, and we can see it takes a size 14 millimeter iris. And this is a 14 millimeter iris out of my 14 millimeter bag. We put it in and it fits beautifully. That's how you're going to know how to get the right iris for your doll. Now, I've heard some people say to me, I bought the right size and it didn't fit. Sometimes they can be a little bit big. And what I've had to do is take sandpaper and sand them a little bit to slide them in. And then they work. Sometimes it still can be, sometimes the eye hole can be a little bit off sometimes. And I've had to put in a little bit smaller, but it doesn't look too bad, and I just glue it in. It can look like I'll put it in a way that maybe that, you know, if it floats around a little bit, usually they snap right in. Usually, this is not going to be one of them. They snap in beautifully. This one's not going to be a floating eye, but sometimes I've had to put a floating eye in a little bit. It's just a tiny little. If I go too small, the next size down, it doesn't work. Measure. And if you want to go by a size under and above, you can do that. Okay, they're not that expensive. Okay, I got glass and I have plastic. I love them both. I don't. These are glass, so the glass are really nice. But the plastic ones are too. I myself don't see much of a difference between the plastic and the glass, but I am using the glass. But if you want to make it original to the time that they put in plastic, they were using plastic. Use a plastic one. By rights, I could put plastic in here, but I don't know, I like them both. I just put in whatever fits in there. If it fits, it goes in, you know, type of thing. So it's your call what you want to do. But they do have plastic on glasseyesonline.com. They do have the plastic ones, and they do have the glass ones. All right, so if you're going on the site, where do you go? Okay, it's called Carabon Eyes. That's what you want to go to. And I might put a link. I'll try to find the link for it and put it down below with this as well to help anybody out who is looking for these eyes. I need to place an order. I thought I did, but I called them up, and I guess I didn't do it right. It never did go through, so that's all right. So I have to make another, do this again. But anyways, that's how you do the iris. Now, how do you do the eye itself if you want to order eyes for your dolls, you know? Get some eyeballs. Now, sometimes these things are so mangled. I've seen it happen where they're just not usable again. And you can glue in eyes, you know, to the doll's head. If you wanted to do that, you could do that. Well, what size eyes would you use? So again, you're going to do the same thing. It's all measured in millimeter. And you're going to go from the corner of the eye into the nose. And you're going to go right across. And it looks like his is... from where I'm sitting, he's about 20 millimeters, 2 centimeters 20 millimeters. We don't want to say centimeters. We want to stay with millimeters, those little lines. So, because they're going, when you order them, they're going to have it in mm. You're going to see 6 mm, 8 mm, 7 mm. When you see that, it stands for millimeter. So when you see that, you're not always going to see the word millimeter printed out. It just says mm. That's the short form for millimeter. So just like you see here, cm is for centimeter. All right, so anyways, that's how you're going to measure the eyes. Now, I do own these Fangle Dangle things for measuring eyes. I bought them quite some time ago. They are for measuring eyes. I've never used them. They sit year after year after year. I use a ruler, and the ruler never has always been great to me. So I just take my ruler and measure. That's what you know, that's how you do it, you know. So anyways, I hope that helps everybody. Okay, update 2. Let's update where we are on the doll itself. You can see I got a big portion of the paint taken off this doll. It is getting time for this doll to have the Dremel taken out, and we start dremeling. But I don't want to Dremel until I've got everything ready on the limbs. The limbs, I got the fingers here that need to be Dremeled. Up around the shoulders, I always Dremel this part because it's really thick and hard up here, this paint is. Why, I don't know. But you know what? I don't like to struggle with it, so I just get out the old Dremel and just take it off that way and sand it off. I have a hole here in the crook of the arm, so that needs to be filled in with some Milliput. I also have a hole in the palm of the hand, which will be also fixed up with Milliput. Then we'll take it and we'll put our Dry-Dex. What's it called? Spackling over this as well, and we'll sand it and be ready for painting. I'm starting on this arm here. I haven't touched the legs yet. They're still sitting here, and I go up to the fingers, and then I stop at the fingers and get my Dremel out. So I'll get these all ready. The next time you see me on here, I'll be ready to Dremel. That will be my next video, is when I'm ready to Dremel. So I hope you like what you see here. I hope I explained that pretty good there to you. It was a quick little lesson, and just a small little bit of math that we need once in a while for our dolls. It's not a lot, but it can be mighty, especially when you're not acquainted with that, and you've never had to touch that type of, you've never, you know, that type of system before, and not sure about it, you know. So I don't mind. Once we learn this, you got it, it's yours, and you go off with it, and you'll never forget it again, you know. But I'm glad you asked the questions. Keep asking them. I don't mind answering. So anyways, there we go. I hope you enjoyed what you see here, and I got more coming. So thanks for joining me. I've got a mess in my shop here because I'm washing doll clothes too at the same time here. I'll show you quickly over to the one corner, and you can see right over there. We're going to come up on it. Yep, there we go. That's just a mound of clothes that I'm working on right now. So we're getting there. But anyways, thank you for joining me. And there's a lot more coming for this doll here. And she's going to be a beauty when she's done. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.